So in today's video, I want to try and help maybe the newcomers to the card collecting hobby in 2020 with a little bit of insight information that I've learned over the last year. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for us. Help us grow our channel to 100 people, if you will, please. We would greatly appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up, and comment below if you got any questions. If you want to see us do any kind of video next, don't be afraid to let us know. We definitely appreciate those comments and interacting with our fans. So we're going to start with what are called hits. You'll hear a lot of breakers or online card shop people talking about hits. Well, back in the 80s and 90s, if you wanted to get a hit, you had to wait in line at a baseball game, a Packer game, wherever you might be, for someone to personally autograph your cards. I remember going to Green Bay for training camp, and maybe you'd be lucky enough to wait in line and get somebody's autograph, like Tim Harris here, or at a Brewer game and, sitting by the dugout. These cards are great. They offer a lot of personal sentiment, but they're not very valuable in the card collecting hobby today in 2020. What we're looking for are like some of the cards we have here in the background. A hit comes in one of three fashions. It can be an autograph directly on the card that is then certified by the company. So I'm going to grab Paul Molitor for you. This is a Paul Molitor autograph. I'm going to try and get it to focus. You can see right under his autograph, it says Topps Certified Autograph Issue, which means this is already authenticated by Topps. They can guarantee that it was Paul Molitor who signed that card. So the first type of hit is an autograph. You can see got a nice little collection of Keston Hiura going here. This one's got a little bit of a chrome refractor. We'll talk about that later in the video. We also got a Pete Alonso, up-and-comer for the Mets, that we pulled out of a break that we were part of. So one type of hit is just a straight autograph. The second type of hit is either called a relic or a memorabilia card. We've got two of them here from our collection. We've got a Robin Yount baseball chronology. You can see that there's a little piece of a jersey patch in there. And if we flip it over, congratulations, you have received Robin Yount game-used baseball card. So that means that that piece of jersey was used in a game somewhere. Similarly, we've got the D.A.D.s 6-patch Tools of the Trade. All right, so there are 6 different relics inside of there. This one you might hear people calling as like a chunky patch. Got some different colors in there. And again, if we flip it over, it says the enclosed material was cut from an authentic item personally worn by Davante Adams on May 31st at the Players Rookie Premiere. So this wasn't necessarily game use, but it was something that Davante Adams wore. And so these are called relics or memorabilia cards. Okay, that's the second type of hit. Last but not least, combines those two together. You have what is called a patch auto. This one is from an up-and-coming player for the Rays, Wander Franco. I happened to pull this one out of a box of Donruss 2019 that I bought from a local card shop. So when you buy boxes, when you're looking at different retail versus hobby, you're really looking to try and hit some of those for your personal collection. Hits are autographs, relic and memorabilia, or an auto patch. The next thing you might be looking for in the hobby, a card collecting hobby in 2020, are what are known as numbered cards. These might be short printed or numbered, that they have a very specific number stamped onto them. Back in the 80s and 90s, we were maybe hoping to get something that, looked fancy like this Darryl Hamilton that's got a gold nameplate, or these special inserts occasionally that came in packs. Inserts are more common in base cards now in today's collecting. So you're really looking for what are called the different numbered, because they might have a different color. I'm going to hold up these two cards for you. Christian Yelich, 35th anniversary, and you can see they look very, very similar. Okay, the one here on the left is the base. It's got a 35 stamp on it. The one on the right has a black border around it. So that's a variation. If we turn them over, they look almost identical, right? Here's the white one. It's got not much on the back. Here's the black bordered one. And on the back of that, if I zoom in close enough, you can see there's a special number stamped. 171 out of 199. That means that this black bordered card of the base one, this black one, there was only 199 printed that have the black border. We happen to have one of them. So that's another way that what people might be chasing. You might hear people sometimes ask, I'm trying to complete my rainbow, meaning they might be trying to get all the different variations. You know, here's an Aaron Rodgers, Rookies and Stars, numbered out of 10, 9 out of 10. All right. The reason this one's numbered 9 out of 10 is the background is a little bit gold and red. The normal base background, I think, is like a plain gray or maybe a white. You'll see we've got a Josh Hader numbered out of 50 from this year's 2020 Donruss. It's got, again, a special border around it. Another example here from Donruss 2020. Here's two different base cards. One's got Christian Yelich and one's got his nickname Yelly. Okay, so you'll see the back is just plain and simple, nice and green. A little bit of a different logo swap, if you will, but that's a variation. Then I've got that exact same card, Christian Yelich, but it's got a stamp on the bottom from 2019. Right? The stamp on the bottom says 79 out of 99. If we flip it over and we look, it's got this little silver shine to it. And then last but not least, another variation here of Christian Yelich from 2020. Again, same exact card, but it's got that nice little refractor shine to it. This one's out of 429. So that's another way that the hobby has changed here in 2020, is looking for these special inserts that have numbered cards or numbered stamps on them because they were only run so many times in that variation. The next category that has definitely changed the hobby here in 2020 are what are known as SPs or SSPs, short prints and super short prints. You know, these are variations to those base cards that many people typically collect. For example, here is a base card of Aaron Judge from the Yankees. Now, I'm not a Yankees fan. I got plenty of friends who are, so this card's going to go to them. Speaking of, you know, you all need to check out Bones Breaks on YouTube. Just started up his channel. Eric Bone Geezy loves the Yankees, so this one, Eric, might be coming your way, but it's just a base card. I'm sure he probably already has it. But give Bones Breaks a checkout if you haven't already. So here's the regular 2020 Topps Gypsy Queen of Mr. Aaron Judge. Back in the left, we've got a variation, right? Short prints, super short prints are just variations. You'll notice he's got an all black uniform on here. So this variation is actually called a Players Weekend variation because it's a different picture other than the base. So that's a short print. But also, if you look in the top left, this one's got GQ for Gypsy Queen. That's Topps Gypsy Queen. This one up in the top left actually has a logo swap, which means that's a different symbol that they're using. So this card on the left is actually a double short print, so making it a little bit more rare because it has his Players Weekend uniform and a logo swap. It's not numbered, but it is a very rare card. Gypsy Queen is rather infamous for doing this in their product. You'll see here's another variation. There's no name on the front of that. That nameplate is blank, right? So if I flip it over, this is Tommy La Stella from the Angels. So this is a short print or a variation because he's got no name. Cal Ripken Jr. in the set from 2020 Topps Gypsy Queen is a short print. Some of the veteran players, in this case, anything numbered over 300 in the 2020 set is a short print or a variation. So the hobby has changed in the sense that they try to make a little bit more cards rare by short printing them, having a lower number, but not numbering them and stamping them with a number, just making them a little bit more rare. This one's a rookie card for the Giants, but if you look on the back, this one's what's called a bazooka back. It is a variation to the back, to the back of the card. bazooka back versus just a regular plain old back. So these are variations, and that's what short prints really amount to, is that they are variations from the original base card, so that as you try to collect, like we did in the 80s and 90s, we were maybe collecting rare inserts, which nowadays they are called common junk wax 90s because they printed so many of them. The card companies are now trying to also print variations that make it a little bit more harder to collect some of those valuable items. The next new variation to the card collecting hobby in 2020 is what we call parallels or refractors. Some products will put a nice little shine to their card, if you will, calling it a refractor. Some companies will put a colored border, making it a special color parallel where people try to collect their colored parallels as well. These are almost like the special inserts that we collected in the 80s and 90s, where we were really hoping to just get a different version of a player. For example, here's the exact same card from 2019 Topps, Christian Yelich. And you can see the one on the right has no shine, no flare, nothing to it. But this card on the left of Yelich, if we keep holding it back and forth, has this refractor shine to it. All right, and you'll see that they're both numbered the same. However, I believe those are going to be the same numbers. You can just tell by the look, right? Same thing with Keston Hiura on the left. Here's a base 35th anniversary from Topps, but here's a special refractor with a nice little shine to it. All right, so that's a variation, and it's something that people just like to collect because it helps complete their set for that individual. So sometimes it's easy to see. Other times it's a little bit more difficult, right? Here's a product called Topps Chrome. All right, they both have a chrome shine to it. That's why it's called Topps Chrome. But if you see and look as I bend them back and forth or fold them, the one on the left has a little bit of that rainbow refractor foil to it. All right, now Topps Chrome does a very good job. Let me see if I can get it to focus, of telling you when it's a refractor. The one up on top says refractor in orange. The one on the bottom doesn't, right? So if I just fold them back over, the top one had that nice special shine to it. And that's another variation that card companies are using to help make the hobby a little bit more appealing in trying to collect different variations of the cards. Last but certainly not least comes the rookie card end of the hobby. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, we had to really go searching to tell whether something was a true rookie card or not. Take, for example, Mr. Deion Sanders here on the left from the New York Yankees. We'd have to flip over to the back, try and figure out, okay, did he play for any major league teams yet? This card he didn't, and it says he did not play with anybody. So 1989 Topps, traded, 110T. This would be Deion's rookie card from the New York Yankees. Occasionally, they would also tell us rookie infielders, right? One of my favorite cards in my collection here, I idolized and loved Jimmy Gatner, Gumby, as he was playing up at the Brewers. Grew up in a small town near where I lived, so it did tell us a little bit. Well, card collecting in 2020 helps us even more. Here's Christian Yelich's rookie card, and maybe you can see in the top right corner, there's an RC emblem. This indicates that this was his rookie card from the company Bowman, a subsidiary of Topps. One of his very first rookie cards. We've got Keston Hiura. All right, I've got two different rookie cards here. It's got that emblem, but you'll see, if I can get it to shine right, the one on the left has rookie debut above his name, where the one on the right has nothing. This one on the right is his true Topps rookie card, where this one comes from Topps Update as a second version, if you will. So when you're looking for rookie cards, you're looking with nothing on it, just that RC emblem. Similar to this Vlad Guerrero, where it has just the RC on top and nothing printed underneath. So the hobby has definitely changed a lot in 20, 30 years. Hopefully you found this video informational and helpful as you're getting back into collecting and trying to figure out what it is that you want to collect. Help us grow our channel by hitting that subscribe button, sharing our video with others who might find it more useful. If you need more help, check out the video up in the left for some other hints between retail, and hobby packs. And again, don't forget to hit subscribe. Until next time, everyone, stay safe.